Shalom Aleichem, Salam Alaikum, Greetings, Empfehlungen, Bonjour, Buongiorno, Buenos dias, Namaste, Namaskaram, Namaskar, Namaskar. I crave leave to extend my most cordial, respectful, and sincere greetings to all of my fellow citizens. I mean the citizens of India and all our friends throughout the world. I'm not in command of most of the languages of the world, nor even, I regret to admit, most of those languages which are widely spoken. Yet I tried to greet in various languages because I believe, and I venture to believe with all due respect, that we are one nation, not merely as Indians, but also as human beings. We are one race. And therefore it is our duty to protect not merely our fellow citizens, both men and women, elderly, the children and the youths, but also the people of other nations. India became independent on the 15th of August of the year 1947, some 70 years ago. Today, on the 15th of August of the year 2017, we, the citizens of India, are celebrating our Independence Day. But are we truly independent? Are we truly free? I venture to sigh, even with all due regrets, and admit that it would be an error to say we are truly independent, we are truly free. We cannot be truly independent, we cannot be truly free unless and until we have freed ourselves from the yoke and chains of slavery, corruption, immorality, bribery, greed, self-indulgence, and various other kinds of evil. When we consider ourselves in nature, we may take, for example, our own physical bodies. We remain healthy, free of illnesses, while we maintain certain natural rules. We feed ourselves properly, maintain a balanced diet. We have sufficient rest. We do proper exercises and ensure that no substances which are likely to detriment our health or endanger our health are consumed by us. So it is with our country and with our nation. If we can free our nation and our country from corruption, from the internal evils of various kinds like bribery, like unjustified pride, like discrimination, and various other types of frauds, our country remains a healthy country, a secured country, a country which need not fear any other alien powers. I may be forgiven, and I pray to be forgiven, if I use the expression alien powers. I'm not pointing at any particular nation. I'm not saying that any of our neighbors is or can be our foes or enemies. On the contrary, I already stated and said, we are human beings. We are one race. I crave leave to set another example found in the nature. I myself watch documentary on animals very gladly, even passionately. And I observe that when lion seedlings, I mean fully grown lion seedlings, patrol their territories, most other animals, if not all, are afraid of them. They do not venture to invade the territory of those lions, or even snatch away their prey. But when they fight against each other, the other animals, like the hyenas, the jackals, the foxes, even the mongoose, are tempted to take away their prey. So it is our nation, and so it is our neighboring nations united or alienated from us. If we fight against injustice in a united front, we become a strong power. But if we are afraid of each other, instead of promoting each other's interests, we try to defeat each other merely for the sake of increasing our egos, we become the losers. We remain in fear. We are afraid all the time of what may befall us, what may happen to us. This was not the dream of the very father of our nation. I assume you know to whom I'm referring. I'm referring to none other than that great man who sacrificed himself for our nation, even for our current neighbors who belong to the same nation of Indians prior to 1947. I'm referring to none other than late Mahatma Gandhi, whom we call Mahatma Gandhi in Bengali, my first native tongue. He dreamed for a united India, for a nation free of corruption, a nation free of prejudice. Prejudice is derived from the word, or I should say from the expression, prejudgment or prejudging. The principle is an ancient principle, a negative principle, laid down even in the Roman law. We see when St. Augustine, or in Latin perhaps more correctly called St. Augustine, who went to that island known as Britannia, currently known as Magna Britannia of Great Britain, he preached that no man be condemned unheard. There should not be prejudice. It would be wrong to prejudge people. He introduced a principle which in Latin, and I apologize for my incorrect pronunciation, I am not an expert in Latin, indeed far from it, but we call it audi alteram partem, hear the other party, hear the other side. So be it for us, our nations. Let us not prejudge others or condemn others without hearing them, without giving them the chance. Indeed, If we want to be a free and independent nation, befitting the very dream of the late father of our nation, Mahatma Gandhi, let us follow his principles. Let us follow his examples. It becomes meaningless and insignificant in hypocrisy if we simply lay reeds at the feet of his statues, but do not follow the principles laid down by him. If we do not follow his example, we become unfit to be called true Indians. So let us ensure that our nation is free of all kinds of evils. Our nation is free of corruption. Our nation is free of bribery. That we Indians have the courage to stand up and speak out for others. We, the Indians, can solve problems peacefully, befitting the very principles laid down by the late father of our nation, Mahatma Gandhi. I therefore invite my fellow countrymen and women and all my fellow citizens of the world to unite with me in this pledge that we shall stand up for justice and speak out on behalf of those who cannot speak out on their own, and stand out for those who cannot stand out on their own, or too frightened or intimidated by others. Let us fight against the evils which are found on daily basis and practiced on daily basis, like human trafficking, illegal slavery, corruption, mainly bribery. Let us take pride in being our own independent nation, integrated in our own souls and bodies, integrated in ourselves. Let us stand up as human beings and fight against injustice, not by violence, not by corrupting ourselves by evil means, but peacefully, lawfully, justly, fairly. I thank every viewer of this video and listener of this message in anticipation, while I pray and hope that all the listeners and viewers of this video will join in my pledge, which we may pledge each and every day and follow it without breaking it, that we shall stand up and speak out for those who cannot speak out or stand up on their own. I thank you once again. My greetings. I wish all of you God's blessings, and may I extend my most cordial, respectful, and sincere greetings once again. Jai Hind.